COVID deaths, infections declined further in Bangladesh as schools reopening this month. COVID vaccine seekers can now get first dose without registration, no first dose after 26 February. Malaysian Immigration Department releases the ex-Bangladesh envoy Khairuzaman. Assalamu alaikum. This is Nusrat Islam welcoming you all to Evening News. You have just heard the headlines. Now let's move on to the details. Daily COVID deaths and infections have declined further in Bangladesh as the country has registered 3,900 new COVID-19 cases in a day, the lowest since mid-January. The country also recorded 15 deaths from the coronavirus in a day, the lowest since 23rd January, taking the total toll from the disease to 28,887. As many as 32,000 samples were tested across the country for a positivity rate of 12.20%. The latest figures put the recovery rate at 89.24% and the mortality rate at 1.50%. Education Minister Dr. Dipumoni has said all educational institutions will be reopened within this month. She came up with the expectation after attending a program in Chatpur today.
আজকে রাতে জাতীয় পরামর্শ কমিটির সঙ্গে সভা আছে আমরা অবস্থাটা পর্যালোচনা করে আমরা একটা সিদ্ধান্ত হয়তো নিতে পারবো আশা করি আর মাননীয় প্রধানমন্ত্রীর সঙ্গেও এই বিষয়ে আলোচনা করার যদি নিশ্চয়ই দরকার হবে আমরা কথা বলে নেব তারপরে খুব শিগগিরই আমরা মনে করছি খুব শিগগিরই খুলে দিতে পারবো
Everyone eligible to get vaccinated, aged 12 years and above, can take the first dose of COVID vaccines without registration or showing any document at any center in the country from now on. Besides, there will be a special countrywide campaign on 26 February with a target to inoculate 1 crore people, after which the first dose vaccination will be closed. The 26th February will be the last date of administering first dose of COVID vaccine. So the Health Directorate wants to bring the most number of people under vaccine coverage by that time, said DGH's Director Dr. Shamsul Haq in an online briefing today. There will be additional vaccination centers in all unions, upajelas, municipalities and city areas.
এখন থেকে প্রথম ডোজের টিকা নেওয়ার জন্য যদি কোনো মানুষ আসেন তার যদি রেজিস্ট্রেশন না থাকে নিবন্ধন না থাকে জন্ম নিবন্ধন বা কোনো কিছুই না থাকে শুধুমাত্র লাইন লিস্টিং করে তার একটা মোবাইল নাম্বার দিয়ে তিনি টিকা নিতে পারবেন এবং এই টিকা নেওয়ার সময় আমরা একটা কার্ড দিব এইটা কার্ডটা আমরা ইতিমধ্যে ছাপিয়ে দিয়েছি আমরা প্রত্যেকটা জেলায় পাঠিয়ে দিচ্ছি এবং সেই জেলায় প্রত্যেকটা কেন্দ্রে এই কার্ডটা পাওয়া যাবে যাতে মানুষ এসে সেই কেন্দ্র থেকে যখন টিকা নিবে তার হাতে যেহেতু কোনো ডকুমেন্ট নাই এই কার্ডটাই তার ডকুমেন্ট হিসেবে কাজ করবে যে টিকা নিয়েছে তার প্রমাণ
A Bagherhat court today ordered to send Bagherhat Municipality Mayor Khan Habibur Rahman and former Municipality Secretary Rezal Karim to jail in a corruption case. After a lengthy hearing, Bagherhat District and Sessions Judge Robiul Islam denied the accused's bail request today. Meanwhile, as Khan Habib's bail was denied, his supporters blocked Khulna Bagherhat Highway. In November last year, the Anti-Corruption Commission filed a case against Mayor Khan Habib and former Secretary Rezaul for embezzling government funds and making illegal appointments. International news. Malaysia has released a former Bangladesh High Commissioner Mohammad Khairuzaman, according to Malaysian news reports. His wife Rita Rahman confirmed his release to free Malaysia today. The Malaysian High Court halted Khairuzaman's deportation yesterday, 5 days after he was arrested from his residence in Kuala Lumpur. Malaysian government said there was a request from Bangladesh for his deportation, but Dhaka said he was arrested for violation of immigration law. Khairuzaman was acquitted from the 1975 jail killing case and then posted as Bangladesh High Commissioner to Malaysia. He was recalled from there to Dhaka in 2009. However, he refused to return and has been residing in Malaysia as a political asylum seeker with UNHCR card. NATO will prepare for the worst, and Russia will pay a high price if it moves to invade Ukraine. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said this today.
NATO defense ministers will meet today and tomorrow, facing critical challenges for European security. And we have heard the signs from Moscow about readiness to continue diplomatic efforts. But so far, we have not seen any de-escalation on the ground. On the contrary, it appears that Russia continues the military build-up.
Russia's defense ministry released a video on Wednesday, which showed its military vehicles being transported out of Crimea. The ministry said the equipment, which included armored personnel carriers and tanks, was being moved out of Crimea by train after exercises had ended on the peninsula. The release of the footage comes as the US and NATO warned that the threat of a Russian invasion of Ukraine still loomed. Russian President Vladimir Putin had said on Tuesday he welcomed a security dialogue with the West, and his military reported pulling back some of its troops near Ukraine. Music composer and singer Bappi Lahiri, who popularized disco music in India in the 80s and 90s, died at Mumbai's critical care hospital today. He was 69. Physicians said he had multiple health issues. He died due to obstructive sleep apnea shortly before midnight. In April last year, the singer had been admitted to Mumbai's Bridge Candy Hospital after tested COVID positive. He recovered after a few days. Bangladesh's Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has sent her condolences to Lahiri's family. Bappi Lahiri is known for delivering popular songs in several films of the late 1970s-80s like Chalte Chalte, Disco Dancer and Sharabi. Before ending, let's have a look on the headlines once again. COVID deaths, infections decline further in Bangladesh as schools reopening this month. COVID vaccine seekers can now get first dose without registration, no first dose after 26 February. Malaysian Immigration Department releases ex-Bangladesh envoy Khairuzaman. And that's all from the newsroom for now. To know updates, videos of this bulletin, visit our website www.ntvbd.com. Besides, visit our YouTube and verified Facebook page for updates of our NTV's our popular programs and bulletins. Our next bulletin, Shondhar Khobor, will be aired in Bangla at 7:30 p.m. Thank you for being with us. Have a good time.